Alright, what is up, everyone? How y'all doing?
From out of the sky.
I gotta grab a water bottle. All right, let's get things rolling here. Yeah, I know I'm late. I don't know what it is about me right now. It is hard for me to get out of here in the mornings. I am not gonna lie. It's hard. You know, I'm kind of on the let's just see here. I want to... There's a lot of what are intervals. Let's see. We got some that's like 40 minutes here. That's 31, 34. There you go. Yeah, I like this. Alright. Okay, let's get on the bike. Let's get started here. There's still powder from my last race. Alright, what is up? Let's get going here. Oh, crap, that's right. Alright, let's get going. Alright. Sorry about this. Alright, so got a couple things to talk about this morning. So first off, I gotta talk about how my race went, because I haven't been on the bike since my race. Yeah, I wasn't on the bike at all last week. yeah, it just wasn't working out for me. So yeah, it was a good race. So Los Alamitos Race to Base went extremely well. So I was 11th overall. I was first in my age group, 40 to 44, and it was the swim that won me the event. Excuse me. So I am very happy to say that yes, 100%, the swim does win you some races. Because what wound up happening was the swim was last in this event since it's a reverse, and I hopped in and I mowed down at least 4 people on the swim. Like, it wasn't even close. I was the fastest swimmer by nearly 28 seconds at the event. It wasn't even, like I said, not even close. So it's like, yeah. Look at I wonder what Michelle went. I gotta see what Michelle Jones went. Like, what's really funny is on the professional level, at least, they're comparing women's times to men's times. They're like, oh my gosh, the women in swimming seem to be equal to the men in swimming. No, the men just suck at swimming. They're terrible. They're not good. I mean, you see the fastest men are out there splitting 110, 115s per 100. That's not fast. There's a couple men that can go sub 110s. There's a couple men that can go sub 110 per mile. But it's like, on the women's side, you got Lucy Charles Barclay, who's good enough to be in the Olympics for Britain. They just don't take her because that's all she can do. She has no other depth, and they simply don't have enough room on their team for her. Like, she legitimately can compete on the Olympic level for women's. But you look at the men's, they're totally mediocre. They're not that good. So all these commentators are like, oh, women are as good as men in the swim. It's because the men suck. Look at any swim meet. Any top tier swim meet, the men are blowing the women out of the water. Sorry. It's just happening. So anyway. It's really funny. But anyway, so 22 and a half on the run, which is pretty good. I didn't want to kill myself too bad on the run. The bike, I think I averaged about 20. I think I did wind up averaging about 20 miles an hour, according to Garmin. But yeah, it was overall a very good race, and I was really happy with how I did. So, yeah, I basically kind of took last week off. I mean, let's be honest here. There you go. Let's be honest. I basically took last week off. I got a good 5K in one of the mornings, but yeah, I just started going. I mean, I would wake up in the morning and just my whole body would just feel like crap. It's not like I'm sick or anything. It's just fatigue. It's like, I don't know. I think maybe I might simply be staying up way too late playing games. Is going up until 11. I think that's just been hurting big time. But, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, so we're going to get a couple workouts in this week. Going to do Bayshore this weekend. So I got Bayshore Saturday morning, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. start time. I was really hoping for an 8 a.m. start time, but I don't have, there's only so much I can do. But basically what kind of sucks is that we're gonna have to boogaloo after it, because I gotta make sure I'm back in time for my daughter's afternoon softball game. And I got a snack bar shift on Saturday. It's gonna be glorious. All right, gotta start picking up the pace here. Gotta start picking up the pace. So yeah, so the goals in this, I want to be at the front, out of the water. I'm going to be racing against one of my assistant coach friends, and he is a current collegiate swimmer. Usually he can keep up, like I can keep up with him in workouts and stuff. I don't really know what his times are though. So I'm very positive he can hang with me. I mean, I know I can hang with him. I just don't know if I can beat him. So, yeah. So, I mean, I know I got him on the bike in the run. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about my swim title. That's what I'm worried about. But, yeah. So that's happening on Saturday. Pretty excited about that. Oh, and I'm also, proud to state that my daughter, my oldest daughter, finally got a legitimate hit in softball off a pitcher. It's her first hit of the season. She's got one more week to go. Yeah. So I'm proud of her, very proud of her getting that hit. I just hope she starts taking this a little more seriously, justifying the 12 plus hour time investment our family makes every week to this thing, and she seemingly doesn't do much. Because it's like, I mean, this goes into a whole discussion about kids sports in general, like especially kids sports when you know they're not going to do anything in that sport. Now I understand that I have a very, very different background than a lot of other kids, where my parents threw me in a pool and I said, meh, whatever. And I swam for years and years and competed for years and years without really getting good. It was years. It was like 4+ years of grinding it out back and forth and just showing up to meets and doing whatever I did. And then finally one day, I got stupid fast. One day. One swim meet, everything turned around. So then watching my kids be in sports, my kids have chosen softball to be their sport for now. They do enjoy, so my middle daughter, she enjoys doing the triathlon. She's not a big fan of the run, which shocker. She more wants to just do an aqua bike, swim and bike. If they had those for kids, she'd be all over it. All right, we got about, what is this, 10 minutes? Guessing this is a 10-minute, 8 minutes. All right, gonna be an arrow for this. So, she does enjoy being in softball. So does my older daughter. But, a couple things I've noticed about this whole softball thing. So number one, if you don't have skills, you're not going to be able to play. Now, I understand this is the case in general for most sports. But here's the thing. This is a rec league. This is a bottom of the barrel, hey, sign up, we'll throw your kid on a team. They do tryouts, they have evaluations, but it's basically so the coaches can pick who they want on their teams. Now, I understand everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to win. Nobody likes losing. I get that. But at the same time and place. This is a rec league. You're supposed to be introducing the girls to the sport. You're supposed to be developing the girls. You're supposed to be teaching them how to play the game. And you're supposed to give them an opportunity to kind of figure out what they want to do. Now, in swimming, we do that through giving them the chance to compete in different events at swim meets. Now, for most teams, club swimming is a choose-your-own-adventure of sorts, where the parents are in charge of choosing what the kids swim. So the parents enter the kids in the meet. They enter the kids in the meet and they say, okay, I want my kid swim 50 free, 100 fly, 100 back, 200 free. And then they go and compete in those events. And then the next meet, they can say, well, I want 200 IM, 50 breast, 500 free, and the 100 back. And then they go swim those events. So the parents get to choose and help the kids get better. And then the coaches can be there and say, hey, well, we know little Jimmy legitimately can't swim breaststroke yet. He doesn't have a legal stroke. He will be disqualified immediately. We recommend he competes in these events so he'll be able to actually finish an event, get an official time, and not be disqualified. We're working with little Jimmy on his breaststroke. We'll let you know when he can compete in that event. So that's kind of where coach's input usually ends. But in softball, the coach determines who plays what. Like my middle daughter, at the beginning, she said, I want to play catcher. Great. And then she didn't play catcher because she's not that good at catcher. They're not giving her, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. As I know, she's not putting on the gear during practice. She's not practicing outside of practice. All right, where are we at? Okay, almost halfway through this 8-minute grind. So she's not putting in the time. She's not putting in the actual practice efforts. But the coach isn't there telling her, hey, put the gear on. Put the gear on, take the reps. Take the reps. It's not happening. So they already got 2 other catchers on the team that are much better than she is. But they're not giving her the chance to get better. Not giving her the chance to see some game time. And we bring that stupid gear every freaking game, and she never suits up. So it's like, why do we even bother? Why do we even bother? I don't get it. I don't like this. I hate this. I sit for an hour and a half, watch my kids at bat for about 4 minutes of that hour and a half, and then I watch them dance around in right field. That's it. Very frustrating, very annoying. I really don't like it. But it's what they want to do. So yeah, so that's fun. So we're gonna be finishing that up in 2 weeks, and then throwing them right back in the pool. Hopefully, got a lot of friends. A lot of their friends are on the team. Hopefully, we'll be able to get them to get better and progress, and actually want to do it into the winter this year instead of fall ball. I really hope we don't have to do fall ball. Those games are torture. Those games are not fun. So, yeah. So that's that. And got another big announcement for the family. We are going to get a dog. So we are going to be adopting a Australian Shepherd. This was all my wife's idea. I signed off on it. I'm okay with it. You know, and I had a dog as a kid. I don't mind having a dog. I just don't want to be the one responsible for everything with the dog. That's my only thing. Getting him as a puppy, he's only 12 weeks old, and he only grows up to the side, to my knee, which is fine. All right, 20 seconds left. Hoping having the dog around really helped my older daughter. She'll be the emotional support dog at home. You know what? Speaking of emotional support animals, I laughed pretty hard at this. So, wife and I went to the House of Mouse on Saturday for date night. We're on in line for Space Mountain, single rider line for Space Mountain, and walk in two women, not inferring anything. They didn't look like that. They could have been, but not necessarily. Not your typical ladies couple, if you know what I mean. I saw a couple typical ladies couples. They were definitely typical ladies couples. But one of them brought a dog in, and it was a small dog with a big old thing that said service animal on it. My wife's like, oh man. She doesn't like it when I do this. But I just leaned in and I said, you brought an emotional support animal to Disneyland? You're a friggin' Disneyland. She's like, you were just totally judging her. Yeah, I was judging her. 100% I'm judging her. You know, they have dogs for all sorts of different things. You know, like blood sugar, this and that, and this and that. Yeah, I wasn't getting those vibes from this dog. Well, they don't allow emotional support animals. Well, but they allow support animals. Anything can become a support animal, dear. Why do you have to always argue with me? Because it's the truth! Legitimately, any animal can become a support animal. All you have to do is sign the paperwork, and that's it. No training, no nothing. You can literally, especially in the state of California, you can make anything a support animal. I feel like something's off. I feel like my bike is off. Give me one sec before we get into this next big question. I just felt like it was too squishy. So anyway, so my wife thinks having the dog will be a good thing for our daughter, which I'm okay with that. I mean, realistically, I am. You know, I'm hoping they'll take the dog on a walk in the afternoon. You know, stuff like that. Basically, my wife goes, yeah, you're going to need to take the dog on your runs. I'm like, I can deal with that. I'm okay with that. So we're going to call him S'more. Currently, his name is Mando. Mandalorian. I like it. I like that name. Alright, got one last thing to grind through. Oh, one other big announcement on the stream. We're basically dropping Monster Hunter. We're going to be dropping Monster Hunter in lieu of Final Fantasy XIV. So the whole reason is, basically, we're getting to the point in Monster Hunter where I really have to get good. I don't want to get good. I'm not that good at Monster Hunter. I can do the low level stuff. I can do the low rank stuff, but facing off against these high rank stuff, G rank, master rank, I just can't hack it. I literally can't hack it on my own. It takes way too long for me to fight these guys on my own. And I don't want to do one fight per stream. That's basically where we're at. So, I've decided, with Dawn Trail coming up, the new Final Fantasy XIV expansion, I purchased that. We're going to be shifting gears into that Monday through Wednesday. Possibly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday. So I don't know. We'll see how everything shakes out. Like I said before, this isn't more than likely going to happen. But the only reason I'd shift and do a Saturday night Final Fantasy XIV is if Will hops on. That'd be the only night he'd be able to play. But given his current life situation, he said that's not going to be in the cards, which is fine. But, so Monday through Wednesday, Final Fantasy XIV. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, going to be Helldivers. So yeah, I'm having fun with Helldivers. I really am. It's stupid, it's silly. We're having a good time. See, because I'm not that good at games like that, but I've been enjoying playing with friends. I tried to do missions solo. Oh boy, that's a thing. That is really a thing. All right, minute and a half left here. Now I gotta go inside and do a whole sink load of dishes. I got a lot of dishes to do this morning. Alright. Less than a minute left here. Popping up to the next level. Oh, so post-race. Let's talk about that for a little bit. So post-race, we're gonna be taking a good break from training for about 2 months. I gotta figure out what's going on with my elbows. Gotta do some strengthening. Gotta do some basic stuff. So the way I'm looking at it is we're gonna We're going to do some biking. We're going to do some running. But no structured workouts for biking. And running is just going to be a 5K. Just get 3 basic miles in. Nice, you know, mediocre pace. Because I gotta get my elbows under control. I don't know what's going on, and it's really starting to bug me. It's getting better. I've seen a dramatic improvement over the past couple of weeks. But I still have a ways to go, and I need to do some like legitimate rehab stuffs. So, gonna be spending time doing that. And then in the mornings, so probably 2 days a week, we'll be on the bike and crafting, because I need to do some crafting, and I have stuff set up to where I can just hit macro buttons and not worry about it. Probably 3 days a week we'll be doing gathering stuffs in the diadem, and then the other 2 days we'll be doing crafting. No, 2 days gathering, 2 days crafting, because I still got zoot stuff that I'm doing. So, with the zoot stuff, that'll still be on Wednesdays. So, Monday gathering, Tuesday crafting, Wednesday gathering, or Thursday gathering, Friday crafting. Oh boy, this race this week is going to be very interesting. Oh well, I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to do as good as I think I should. Whatever. Alright, we've got 40 seconds. 40 seconds left. Oh boy. Don't click on that link, everyone on Twitch. We'll get it deleted soon. Oh, that's right. I do need to fix that up pretty bad. All right. 1 minute here. Seconds. Five. And all right, that's it for hard stuff. That's it for hard stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to get back into 14 again. There you go. Got some good. Lactic acid shooting through the legs. Oh, I'm so happy my wife cut my hair yesterday. So the other thing that I'm really happy about is the fact that I'm on Woosh. So for those that are watch on Twitch and you're like, this isn't Zwift, you're right, it's not. It's Woosh. Woosh is a competitor to Zwift. Personally, I like it because I don't have to pay for it. Thank you, United Arab Emirates, for sponsoring this program, so I don't have to pay for it. So basically, it does everything that Zwift does, much smaller install base, which is really funny because that is literally the biggest gripe of everyone that's on Zwift. The other gripe is that, well, it's marketed to those in the Middle East, so they only really have a lot of Middle East places as destinations. Well, yeah. Look at Zwift, they mostly have European destinations, so you can make the same gripe about that too. But my thing is, I just need something to give me workouts. I need something that's competent, something that works reliably, and it can give me workouts to do while I'm on this bike. That's what this does, and I like it. And this is one of those things where I know that I'm not that hardcore into it, and so I want something that can challenge me, something that can push me, but at the same time I'm not dropping a whole lot of money on it. So like for instance, I'm going to be taking basically 2 months off. I'm not paying a $14, $15 subscription fee in order to have a program I'm not using. And then when I want to hop back on, I just want to be able to hop back on when I can. So that's why I like Woosh. Woosh does everything I want it to do. Like theoretically, I can also get into racing, but I'm not that big of a racer on the bike. Not that good. But yeah, also one more racing update. So it is looking more and more like I'm not gonna be able to do my bike race. I wanted to do it so bad. I wanted to try it out. I wanted to try out the 25-mile bike race. I really did. But it's just not gonna happen. It's just not going to happen because I'm pretty positive one of my daughters is going to have a softball game, and I can't force them to wake up early, go to my race, and then go to their softball game. I can't do that to them. That's not productive, especially with my wife out of town. If neither of them have games, I'd be like, we're going to the race, then we'll go catch if you want to catch a softball game, that's fine. All right, winding down here. Two more steps. Two more steps here, and then we'll be done for the day. Not a bad 40-minute workout. Looking at about 370 calories burned, 10.3 miles gone. See, the big thing about working out in the mornings is that there's been ample scientific evidence to show that working out in the mornings helps boost your metabolism throughout the day. So even though, you know, this is 38 minutes, you know, which they say get 30 minutes of rigorous exercise every day. This is what it is. Hop on a bike like this, pound out a 30-minute workout, you're good for the day. I think my big thing though is definitely consistency. I think when I start back into it, I think I'm really gonna do the because I've seen guys that do like 2-month blocks. So they do like 2 months of like hyper focusing on one aspect and then 2 months hyper focusing on another aspect. So what I'm kind of thinking is when I get back in it, I think I'm going to start with a 2-month block on the run. Because I think my biggest problem is that I don't focus enough on one area enough to where I actually see any gains. I focus on it enough to where I become proficient, but then I don't really see myself advancing and getting faster and being able to move better. Now, I know that I also have age factoring into this. So, wow, heart rate, everything's been all over the place on this one. Yeah, not that great of a connection today. Huh. Yeah, that's a connection issue. Alright. Alright. So there might be a slightly late start tonight. You see, I got these videos here. I have to do a swim video today. I must do a swim video today. So maybe a slightly later start tonight. If you like what you see here, hold on. One second here. Oh, no, don't, no. Hold on. There you go. Block. Spam or bots. Scam. How do I... clear check. Alright, there you go. Alright, well, that's going to be it for me. If you like what you see here, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. Check me out on Discord, link in the link tree below. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope to see you later in